Hi guys, it's Oracle Ani, and I am here to do a simple tarot reading just to see what energies are with us and around us this week, and to see why we are going through this. Like, what is the spiritual lesson? What is the meaning of all of this? And how to, navigate it. So, if you're interested, please watch it and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Hi, it's Oracle Ani. I am here for part two of February, and let's just get into the message. So this week we have this Oracle card, Magnanimous Me, number 27. I don't know about you guys, but I have been seeing 22/7, 22/77. So, I pulled this card a few weeks ahead. So it's interesting. It's interesting that now the numbers are coming up, right? This card is about being generous. It's about, I don't want to say it like that, but basically, I'll say it the way it's coming out, spreading your love. But also in a way uh, that is true to you, because you are connecting to your higher truth, which is often it's wait, what's the word? Not connected. It is connected, but that's not the word I'm thinking about. Oh, you access your higher truth in the beginning through your heart chakra, which is like your chest area, um, and from there, then you start, like going up and up and up into your throat chakra, and then your third eye chakra, and then your crown chakra. But the beginning of your higher truth starts in your heart chakra. So together with the major arcana that we have this month, with the Hermit. If you watched the last video, I talked about the Hermit is in search for their higher truth. So with the Oracle card, right, it is being on that journey. It could be the beginning of the journey for you, or it could be, let me put it like this, or it could be that you have found it, or depending on where you are, and who you are and what practices you've been doing. This could be that you found it and now you're ready to share it with other people. You're ready to come out of isolation and share your truth with those around you. Now, the way that I have connected to the message of the Hermit this month as well is with realizing who is safe for you to share your higher truth with, and who is not safe. And I mean safe as in like judgment versus non-judgment, acceptance versus criticism, right? Some people that have uh, unconditional love for you will just be like, that's cool. That's cool that you found this out. I love it. Let's celebrate it. They have no problem with it. And they just, like I said, unconditionally love you. These are your people. Now, if you share your higher truth with people who don't get you, judge you, criticize you, or make you feel wrong for this truth that you have found, these are not your people. So the hermit is implying that in the time that you have been in isolation, that you have started this journey, your surrounding is going to change. The people around you are going to change, right? The hermit is on this journey, traveling through different woods, reaching different villages, and it's part of the process. Your surroundings are going to change. All right, so now we got that out. Let's get to the tarot cards. And like last time, because I'm using the Osho Sen Tarot, I'm going to start with where we're starting this part and where we're going. And I remember from the last video, if you watched it, we were at a point where our inner child wanted to have more fun and wanted to connect with new people and celebrate and find joy, right? So let's see where we're starting this part. If you're watching this on time, it is mid-February 2023. All right. I already shuffled, but I wanted to shuffle a little bit more on camera. All right, so where are we starting for the second part of February? We have suppression. Okay, I'm just looking at the card. Where are we starting? Traveling. Morality. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do one more card. We're starting this part of February. Okay, now that's too many. So I'll just take the one from the top, which is creator. Wait, where am I here? Got it. Okay. Okay, so it's interesting that we got the traveling card with the hermit, right? Because I said the surroundings are changing, and it's about a journey. Now, taking it from the last video, because I do my readings in a linear fashion, with this suppression card, right? This could be self-imposed suppression of the inner child, suppressing wanting to like have fun, wanting to celebrate, and I would say that the way one of the messages that I'm getting is that traveling somewhere, even if it's like a day trip, even if it's just like an hour away to change the scenery, could really help you come out of this suppression energy, right? In order to connect to that joy, in order to connect with the inner child, um, and that higher truth. Um, so let's see. Here with the creator card, it's like you are the creator, right? And that was one of the messages also for the full moon in Leo, which is like if you have a thought that is not making you happy, and that thought has created a reality that is not making you happy, then you need to take that into account and realize that you have more power than you give yourself in what kind of life you live. Is that life going to be coming from your higher truth? Are you connected to your generosity of spirit? Or are you connected to lower vibration with lower vibration people who make you feel guilty, who judge you, who criticize you, and who shame you for wanting to be yourself, you know? Um, Now, this morality card here, I am going to explore it further with some clarifiers. But I feel like this is saying that there is a moral issue going on in your situation or in your surroundings. It could be a disagreement in how to act or how to go about something with um, these people. So this could be other people wanting to suppress you, or this could be yourself, or it could be both, right? Because if you're around people like that enough for a long time, you just learn how to do it yourself, right? Um, if there's a trip that you get invited on and it sounds fun, I would say whatever you can do to go, I would suggest going. But like it really, you have to make sure that it's not gonna cause too much chaos. If you can't afford to have that much chaos, right? Um, okay. So what is this? Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. Cat eats stuff. Okay, I'm back. All right. So while I was waiting, I looked up the morality card, and just to get a little bit more in depth into it, this card is representing the difference between rigid thinking and like personal morals, right? So rigid thinking is basing everything on black and white, right and wrong, good and bad, and receiving that conditioning from others, where it has nothing to do with your own personal truth or your own personal morals and values. When you connect to the truth, to your highest truth, through your heart chakra, and you become aware of what is important to you and who you are and what really matters in your life on your path, um, then this morality changes to adapt to who you are and what your truth is, and that can be very different from the morals and values that you were raised with. And so this is telling me, especially with the suppression card, that there's a struggle here to break out of uh, conditioning that could be tied to your family, to your culture, to um, your group of friends, your society, um, whatever group that you associate with. There seems to be a struggle to find who you really are um, right now. Okay, so the reason why the struggle is here is because your higher truth and like your higher truth can be explained as like your soul or your spirit, right? Like who you are beyond your physical body, right? Um, is wanting to come out. And so if you are experiencing struggle, is because it is it is your spirit, it is your soul calling you to notice that things, if they're not flowing, is for a deeper reason, it is a deeper meaning. It is not just struggle so that you can have pain. It is the pain of the confinement that you're experiencing. Okay? I just did a a Reiki healing that's on my channel, and it is for self-love. And if this is resonating with you, I definitely um, suggest that you watch that video um, so that you can have some healing through the process. Have some healing to break away from the suppression. Um, so where are we going? Trust, completion, the Fool, and intensity. Okay. So look at this is so I love it. Look at the difference between suppression, where am I? Suppression and trust. Completely different vibes, right? Suppression is struggling, pain. Trust, yeah, I mean, it's freedom, but you have to be willing, the trust and the Fool, is like, yes, it's scary. It's scary. I know. Look, the first time I had to like trust my intuition and trust the calling of my soul, so scary. I think I cried for like 6 months because I was so scared. And I was already, I was already intuitive and I could already hear the messages and I could already have the visions um and I could hear my spirit guides and and I had to get support from the spiritual community without asking for it. I mostly just asked my spirit guides to send me the messages that I needed um, for what I was about to do. And sure enough, those videos found their way into my daily life. And it was like having, it was having that like three-way, you know, messages coming in. So like not only did I have like my intuition saying something, but then I had like astrology videos saying like supporting that intuition, and then I had psychic readings supporting all of it together, you know? And so when I had that like three, like, I mean, what else am I supposed to call it? Like a three-way, like, how many more messages can you get before you get into action, before you take that step that my soul really needed to take. Um, you're not, it wants to feel complete. But it's in little pieces. So you have to, it's in little steps as well. And slowly but surely, you can see yourself coming together instead of coming apart. Um, Not sure where that came from. um, and with the creator and the intensity card, I mean, look at this. This is pretty. Um, this they resonate. They're not so much opposites, right? But this is like the intensity of your soul calling you and like wanting you to express itself. Um, this is a call to express yourself in your truest form. Um, and like, and there are people, um, I don't know, like, I'm not sure who's watching this video, or, like how we relate. But there are definitely people in this world that will make you feel bad for who you really are. And with those like lower vibration feelings, which are like guilt and shame and fear, um, they they suppress your spirit. And one of the one of the messages that I channeled for this full moon in Leo that we just had was that the only way to was like the only way to to live your dreams is through joy. Um, it was something like that. I mean, I was writing it down as it was coming up, and so like I don't remember it. I have to read again, and my notebook's not around. Um, but let me read something the from the book on the morality card. It says, only when we break through the cage of our conditioning and reach the truth of our own hearts can we begin to see life as it really is. So I'm going to close it with that. Um, I hope that this message is one of those three messages that you need to confirm what your soul is saying to you about taking this chance, taking this leap, starting a new story, with less baggage, right? Because the fool doesn't have any baggage. The fool has worked through the baggage. And sometimes, actually, a lot of times, um, I see people carrying baggage that doesn't belong to them. Um, and a lot of times when you're a part of a group, a system, uh, institution, college, whatever you want to call it, team, uh, the baggage does get redistributed, re, redistribute, no, distribute, redistributed. The baggage gets redistributed throughout all the members. And when I'm doing energy healing on people, I can see what blocks came from the people around them, versus the ones that they have created through their own subconscious patterns. Um, so that is something also to take into account about like who you're hanging out with, who you're spending time with, um, because you can spend a lifetime clearing stuff that doesn't belong to you. But as long as that influence is still in your life, it will remain there, you know? And so you're basically spending time clearing things that the source of the block is, like, if they're not doing healing, if they're not aware of it, um, and you're very sensitive and empathic, you will just absorb it from them. Um, and and that's just, you know, that's just like shared empathy, um, and compassion. And so it's not to say that you don't have good feelings for the person. Obviously, they're in your life for a reason. But it starts becoming like resentment and anger and guilt, and so then it creates this web of I'm like getting into it. It creates this web that like keeps you in a lower vibration, so that, you know, either you have a conversation with the person about what the problem is, if you know what the problem is. But I would say that based on this here right now, I'm getting way ahead of myself. And what you are meant to realize is that it's time to discover who you really are and start living in that truth. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next video. Bye.